Hey all, how are you doing? It is, let's see, it's a week after Thanksgiving. It is Wednesday today. Losing track of days. So, I'll kind of just give you a rundown of where we're at. Took a little bit of a break yesterday, and today was just kind of light. Tomorrow we'll see, because tomorrow we're supposed to get a load of stuff, lots of stuff from Home Depot tomorrow, and it's a lot of stuff. So I am going to sort of walk around and show you what is to come, give you a little sneak peek of what we're going to be doing over the next, I don't know, week, 2 weeks, we'll see. So anyway, trying to think if there's anything else I need to talk about before I start showing you stuff. I think that's it. So anyway, I've got a surprise to show you guys too, which is it's kind of cool for us. So anyway, I'm going to turn this around and I'm going to show you all what's going to be happening. So nothing's really changed much under here. Pretty much everything is still the same. The only thing I did do is I mixed up some concrete patch and I just filled in all the low spots here, just all the way around. So it'll be as flat as it can be. It's hard to get it totally flat. Concrete is just a difficult thing to get totally flat. So I did that today. The other thing I did is all the ends of these joists, sorry about the sun, I cut them all even now. So they're all even and ready to receive the rim joist there. And then once we plop on the rim joist, then we can put the top plates on, bolt the bottom plates and the sill seal down, and then we'll just measure the distance between the double top plate here and the bottom plate and start throwing in 2x4s and just toenailing them in on the top and the bottom. So that's how we're going to build this, or these walls rather, down here. And then once that's all done, then we can knock out these jacks. Oh, one more thing too is we got to raise up the jacks just a touch more. This floor is not quite level, so we just got to lift everything up, I don't know, maybe another inch or so, and then we can build the walls and lay it down. And then there's lag bolts holding in that rim joist over there to the house, so we'll pull all those out once we build the wall over there, and then we can put the weight on top of that wall and then pull out all the rest of the sheathing that's jammed down in there and the siding. So that's kind of the plan down here. And then once we get these jacks out, we'll sort of backfill behind this stem wall. I'm probably going to get a little saw blade for my grinder and see if I can pull out these last couple of form boards. Again, if not a huge deal, but I just thought I'd give that a whirl, just because I like things looking nice and clean. Just took a trowel, not a trowel, it's not right, a putty knife and a hammer, and I scraped all the silicone that they had put on the wall, so it's nice and flush and clean now, right there, and then also down here where this wall was. So anyway, that's all done. Before I put the patch down, I took my grinder and I ground up down all the high points, so that wall should be as good as it's going to get for an amateur like myself. And then coming in here, I did a little bit of cleaning up. Just wanted to sweep the floor, clean up all my saw mess over here, just clean up all the little flaking of the concrete that has come off the form boards, and just kind of put all the stakes and broken stakes in the corner there. And so yeah, there's another pile of broken stakes and trash and such. And then coming over here, I kind of just swept this area to receive some of the stuff we're going to get from the truck tomorrow. So what we're going to get tomorrow is a lot of money worth of stuff. So I think dropped about $5,000 on material. So we're gonna get, I think 56 sheets of Advantech tongue and groove decking for this floor up here. So we're gonna rip all that old floor out, put new tongue and groove decking down. And but before I do that, where the walls are that are sitting, the non-load bearing walls that are sitting between joists, I've got to tear that piece out, and then I've got to put all the cross pieces up, so that way when I don't cut the subfloor, this wall goes and just falls through. So anyway, just a lot of planning to do, because we can't obviously pull all the decking up, because we can only cut it all the way to the bottom plate of the walls. So we're going to replace as much as we can. There'll be a little bit of height difference, but it'll be so close to the bottom plates that it won't be a big deal, and it'll be on an interior floor and interior wall. So again, not a big deal. So anyway, those will all sit here. Just put down a couple boards so I keep them up off the concrete and so they don't bow in the middle. So those will all go here, so they're inside, protected, away from that big hole. And I already have this hole covered. But so anyway, that's a big part of the purchase. Another big part of the purchase is these giant gaping holes in our basement. I got to take all this wood out that's kind of framing this hole, and pour a base of concrete out down here because it was cracked. So I jackhammered the cracked part. And I just got to pour like a little pad that comes out maybe a foot or so to bolster where I'm going to build block walls. So I'm going to fill this hole in with block. So I ordered enough block and, oh man, the stuff that goes in between the block, mortar, there we go. Enough mortar to build that wall. And then same over here. I got to mix up concrete and fill up all these holes, and just trowel it out real nice and smooth. And then once it's dry, I'll grind it down. And then I've got a small pole over here left that I bought purposely to go right in the middle here, to kind of jack this broken part up just a touch, and then the weight will be sitting on it. And this is reinforced. You can kind of see, well, not really in here, but there's some rebar, that runs all the way through this concrete block, but obviously it cracked and came down. So we're going to bolster that. I'm going to cut blocks in half and then put them around that pole all the way up, so the pole will kind of be in the middle of the wall, and you'll never see it. And anyway, so we'll plug up this hole too with a nice wall of block. And for my grinder over here that I bought for grinding the concrete, cutting the rebar, I got a new wheel for it. I say wheel, a new blade. This guy right here. So it's a segmented diamond blade, and that'll be for cutting the concrete block in half, and also so I can put it around the pole, but also in half. So because this wall is, I think it's like 7.5 blocks. So I'll have to cut half blocks too. Anyway, so both walls, this wall and that wall over there, over yonder, will both be plugged up and done the right way, unlike the way that was done before I pushed it down. So, and then of course this hole stays open. This will go into the addition, and I'm hoping to have a nice big barn door here. So we'll see though, because that wall right here is not big enough to take a barn door. So maybe we'll have to have two or something. I don't know. Or maybe we'll put it on this side. But either way, that I think is it. So, and we're going to do a lot of work. Now it's not real glamorous, but all these 2x10s are just toenailed in with 2 nails to this, ridge board, if you will. I don't know what you would call it, just a center beam. It's just two 2x10s nailed together. And so not only are we gonna bolster, because there's just 3 of these metal poles down here, but I bought 3 more, so we'll have a total of 6 down here. But also, maybe it's 5. No, it's 6. I got 6. 3 more. So, so we're gonna bolster that thing more. We're gonna take off this 2x6 here and 2x4. I don't know. I think it's 2x6. And then we're gonna put hangers on every single joist in the center here on both sides with screws. So we're gonna screw in every hanger and we're gonna hang these joists, in my opinion, properly. So they're just solid. It was a couple $100, but in the long run, I think it's gonna be a win. With the exception of this one, because they cut a huge section out, which has totally weakened it, and then nailed one that was just as thin and only goes out to like here. So I'm gonna put another nice long 2x10 and nail it in, and then we're gonna have a double 2x10 hanger there. But anyway, so I got a lot of hardware, a lot of screws rather, load bearing screws and a lot of hangers for all these joists. So that's what we're gonna do there. And then one little, sorry, tripping over nails on the floor. One more thing up here too. Sorry, my finger's getting in the way. Terrible filming today. So once we get all the walls built down below here and the jacks are down, we're gonna start taking these walls out, these 2x4 walls, and we're gonna start rebuilding the outer wall, the very out wall there. I don't want to walk over here, but so not this wall full of studs, but the outside deck wall. Take down a section at a time and build up that section. And then we're going to put real long 2x6s that run from up here, which we're going to put 2 more 2x10s here. You can go down here just a little bit, but so we're going to take out this framing and these 2 top plates that they left. And we're gonna put 2 more 2x10s next to these 2 2x10s, and then we're gonna stop them short, because that, in my opinion, those 2x10s go too long. So anyway, we'll put another stack of 2x4s here, set it on top, and then those 2x6s that run there will sit on top of those 2x10s, and they'll run all the way out, and then we're gonna make rafters that go this way. So I bought a whole bunch more hangers too, that the 2x6s that'll go this way will all hang on the long 2x6s that go this way. So that way the rafters, or the ceiling joists go the same direction as the rafters, which they should, because otherwise this wall wants to come out and we don't have any anything stretching from one side to the other to keep the walls from wanting to pop out. So it's not good. But anyway, we'll get that done. And of course I bought enough decking for this, but I've got to build this floor up. If you remember, this part of the deck is shorter than the main house. So once we pull up this decking, get the siding and sheathing off, and pull up the subfloor, I'm going to build a 2x4 mesh system here to raise the whole floor up reusing all these 2x4s from the existing walls, and then it'll deck just right over it. It'll just be seamless, hopefully. I measured and that's about what it seems to be. So that's the hope. So anyway, so yeah, I got to cut and pull all the subfloor up here, and I think that's pretty much it's a lot of work, but that's the work that we'll be doing with this next big load we're getting from Home Depot tomorrow. So I'll come out here, front door, just real quick, show you guys when it rained last time. So what I wanted to do is put a French drain all the way across here to catch the water, and then carry it to the side and then down the side of the hill there. Well, last time it rained, all the rain came and filled this trench up, just filled it with water all the way around. Not quite to the edge of the basement wall here. But here I could actually see it running, water running towards the basement wall and then down. So a French drain will definitely help. So that was a good, not affirmation, that's not the right word, but yes, it confirmation, there we go, what I wanted to do with the French drain. And so now lastly, the surprise. So Simeon and I came here yesterday and we came on the property. Oh, real quick too, a gentleman came by and took all of our tires over yonder and then asked if we had more. So I said, yeah, we got tons. So the boys and I pulled all these out and lined them up here. So whenever he comes by, he'll take more tires. Can you believe that? That's all. That's like 2/3 of the tires. We had another third of, like, we'll say half of this that we found around the property and put over there. And he took a big giant tractor tire that was between the pear trees on the other side of the carport too that I was dreading. So yeah, I'm just super thankful that he wanted to come by and get those. So anyway, without further ado, so Simeon and I came on the property yesterday and we came out of the double wide because we put the kittens in the double wide so they'd be safer than the cardboard box we put them in. We came out and there's a cable laying on the ground. And I was like, oh, I know exactly what that is. So someone, first looking at it might think it was a power line that had come down, but it's actually this one here, steel cable. I'd say probably 1/2 inch steel cable, maybe a little bit smaller. So any of you that know anything about power poles, so you got the primary on the top and the secondary and then the transformer, and then these are obviously that brings down the voltage to your house. So this one comes to the house, and then we got one that goes to the garage, and then we got another one that goes down and goes over to the double wide. But everything below that is all communications. So like this one that goes this way was an old telephone line, which we don't have anymore. I ripped all that out. But this one is, and the only reason I know this is because we've been waiting since we moved here for this. And it was already done in the, down the road behind me, that away. And it ended about 1/4 mile down the road. But it is to hang fiber optic on. So I'm overjoyed that now we will have 21st century internet, because otherwise we can't get Starlink here. It's not available. And then there's no coax cable. So everyone just has like DirecTV for cable, for satellite. And then there's satellite internet, which is like HughesNet is the only company I can think of offhand, but it is garbage. I know people that have had it over the years, and it all depends on how cloudy it is and so on and so forth. And it's literally like dial-up speeds. Or you can get a hotspot, but I have got 1 bar of reception out here. So that wasn't really an option. And that's with AT&T, and then Verizon's even worse out here. So I'm super, super stoked to see this, that it was, laying down, and then yesterday they put it up. So we'll see how long it takes them to run the fiber. And this is good, really good timing, because I already had the engineer from the power company come and approve me to dig over here, and the addition on this wall of the addition, it's like right about here. I'm going to put the meter. So this overhead service here and meter is I'm just gonna pull that off. It's gonna disappear, and we're gonna have an underground line over to the pole. So I'm gonna dig a trench and then run conduit. Well, now I can run a second conduit with fiber in it, and it can terminate right here. So they can just bring it right down the pole and connect, and I'll have fiber all the way into the house. So anyway, that's my surprise. I'm super stoked. And yeah, I think that's it for today. So thanks again for tuning in and spending your time with me, and just look for an update here in a couple days as we unpack all of our material from Home Depot and start in on some stuff. And yeah, so y'all have a good day, and we'll see you soon. Bye.